Yo, this is Ron Holland here. I'm about to go have a one-on-one with ISO and he ain't ready. Let's get it.
Outside of Ron Holland, fakes the pass, flips up the shot, fills it up.
They're gonna probably
Jamal Payne. On the other end, Ron Holland isn't short. He'll stuff it.
Ron Holland.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm happy you're here. You know, you're a 3-time USA gold medalist?
2.
2-time,
yes.
Okay. How many points have you scored in your career? About 1,500.
You talking about high school?
In high school.
I just hit my 1,500 mark like last season, so I don't know what I'm at now.
So over 1,500 points.
Yeah.
3-time state champion. You are in the conversation as the most decorated player in high school, in Texas high school basketball. You know, you're talking about Dwight Jones, who was at Wheatley, Mr. Grandmama Larry Johnson, that was at Skyline. You know, how does it feel, not even just being kind of in the conversation, but, you know, arguably, in my opinion, the best, especially in my time, you know, how does it feel being in that?
It feels good being in that conversation because it shows like all the work that I put in and like really just how many games that I've won, you know, down the stretch when it comes to just locking in and winning the game at the moment. All the games and all the tournaments that we done won, just me being overseas or in-state, anything, just it shows like I put a whole lot of work into this game.
You know, you have. I mean, you talk about the game winners. I mean, I've seen preseason game winners. You know, recently with against Oak Ridge, game winner. It's kind of been the thing that you had the ball in your hands at the end of the game. Just talk about the confidence you have.
Really, I'm in the gym a lot, man. Most dudes don't know that. They just think I run and jump and just because I'm tall. No, I'm in the gym a lot, and like I said, the confidence part of the game, really big, and I feel like, you know, Coach Hill, Coach Aaron, we all do a good job of talking. Like I have an outlet to let people know how I feel at the moment. As I'm working on my game, it's just I'm out here playing free, and when I step in between these lines, this game time, I'm out here playing like I'm doing cone drills.
Right.
No matter the situation of the game, hopefully the situation of the game shouldn't have to come down to a game winner, but when it does, they know who to get a ball to.
Absolutely. You know, just even you talking about it, like it's like, yo, this is what I do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's go back a lot of years. You know, when you first started.
Yeah.
When you first started playing basketball.
I started playing at 4, but I was playing a whole lot of sports. I came from a competitive family. I was just growing up doing stuff.
Yeah, but talk about that. You know, people talk about the basketball. Let's talk about your family. Like, talk about your upbringing, your family, like the dynamic and everything.
I grew up around my uncles, and you know, all men. We was just, like I said, we was real competitive when it come to racing. Like we was a step outside, racing in the middle of the street, like winning. Like we trying to win, really, and that just it comes with like right now. Why I work so hard is because I want to win. Nobody likes losing. And like when I come from a competitive family, I feel like that's just attached to me. Like when you want to win, you're gonna compete and you're gonna do it, whatever it takes to win. I feel like that's really a part of my game.
Was that winning nature always in you? Obviously in some way, but like, was that something like you got from your uncle, your dad, your mom? Like, where did that really just come from?
I feel like that originated from my uncles, really, just because. You know, if you lost in my family, it came with a consequence, push-ups, anything. At the moment, it's just something, man. Like when I fell in love with the game, 7th, 8th grade, you know what I'm saying, I ain't lose my first game up until I got to my freshman year in high school. You know, we was undefeated in middle school. We had one of the best middle school teams in the country, I feel like. But when I lost my freshman year, I feel like I didn't even play like that, and it still hurt me. You know, it's my team. I'm not used to losing, but I feel like there's something I could have did, even though I wasn't on the court. There's something I could have did to help win that game.
You have a lot of fire in you. There's a lot of desire, obviously, not in just, you know, I know you want to be a pro and everything, but, you know, you want to see your family happy. Just talk about that, like how important that is for you to make it.
Really just growing up, I didn't really have much. And when I fell in love with the game, I realized, like, man, this can really change my family life. And when it changes my family life, like what after? Like what I want to do when the ball stops dribbling. But like I said, I just want to change my family life. And I just got that push and that edge to like, I can't waste no time.
Right.
Because I feel like yesterday I was just a little freshman not playing, and like the window closes fast, and when that window closes, like you are where you are, and I want to be able to put myself in the best situation as possible.
You know, you talk about freshmen. I went to watch the Gasso videos like a long time ago.
Yeah.
You was a freshman.
Yeah.
Y'all playing DeSoto and Lancaster.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm looking at how many Division I guys, how many potential pros, and I see you, they're announcing the starting five, excuse me, and you're clapping. And I'm like, yo,
hands,
right. Just being there. But let's go to your sophomore year. So I felt like this was kind of the breakout. People knew who you were, but this is the breakout. Y'all played UFC Prep at American Airlines Arena. You had 18 points, 16 rebounds against, they talk about Imani Bates, compared him to Kevin Durant. They had Dylan Hunter, who's at Clemson. They had Sean Phillips, who was at LSU. And y'all are Duncanville, even though y'all state champions, but everyone left there talking about you.
Yeah.
What was your mindset going to that game?
Going into that game, I had started having a dominant sophomore year, from the beginning, but I knew they said they got some of them dudes on the team that we about to play, so let me go show why my name needs to be in the conversation with these dudes. And going into the game, I knew that they were a really good team. I knew we had a really good team, and we looking back at the coaches, at the players, we can win this game.
Right.
And as I'm playing, I'm like, I didn't even realize I was just dominating, how the stat sheet said I was doing. But I wanted every rebound. I didn't really care about scoring at the time, but I was scoring a lot, obviously.
Right.
But from that game, I learned a lot about my game, and I learned this is something I really want to do.
Yeah, I remember just watching that game in the front row, and I was like, yo, Ron is dominating. He's the best player on the floor, and we're talking about on the court a kid that people thought may be the first overall draft pick when he gets into, if it's coming out of high school, college, whatever. And I'm like, man, this kid is the best player on the floor. That says a lot. And you were 15 at the time. People don't really talk about, you are young for your grade. If you could have messed around and said, I want to go 24. Obviously, there's no need.
Yeah.
But you were 15 years old playing American Airlines Arena, doing what you were doing. When you reflect back, does that not sound kind of crazy, or is just?
It sounds really crazy actually that you said that, because I didn't even realize I was 15. Now that I think about it, I was. But I feel like with the whole age thing, it's cool to talk about when you're 15. But now, my senior year, nobody really care about your age, because once you hit the league, you're a grown man and you're playing against other grown men that's 30, 28, older men that they playing for a spot.
Right.
And they're not gonna let no 18, 19, 20-year-old kid come in there and, try to take their job. And that's why I look at it that goes back to the competing. Really, you competing for a spot, Everybody wanna feed their family, everybody got stuff to do, everybody got their own edge, and it's what you gonna do to make sure your family get fed after the ball stop dribbling?
Right, absolutely. So let's talk about after effect. Now you're getting a lot of attention from a national scope. Now people did know you, but now it's you're in that top 5 conversation, one of the best players in the country. That started going on. I thought freshman year talks, but people don't really do rankings freshman year. But sophomore year, it was real heavy. Just talk about the attention you were getting after that game.
I feel like I was getting a whole lot of attention. My phone was going crazy when everybody's posting the stat sheets and, Ron just did this to Imani Bates. And because like you said, he was one of the best players. In high school, he was considered to change the game. But all the attention I was getting, it was all love. It felt good, but if you know Duncanville coaches, they liked all the pub and stuff, but it's time to get back to work.
Right.
Because I like that feeling. I want to keep having that feeling. So I gotta dominate on the court every time I step on the court to keep getting that feeling. So
now let's talk about Duncanville. And with that, I want to talk about loyalty. We're here at Drive Nation today.
Yeah.
You were here for 3. You played here 3 years. You did Duncanville for 4 years. That's rare, especially in today's game, and climate. People go to prep schools, out-of-state prep schools, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what they do. But you stayed loyal, and you reap the benefits of staying loyal to the right people, right? Some people stay loyal to the wrong people, but you did it to the right people. Talk about how big loyalty is for you.
Loyalty is big because, if you can get it done wherever you're at, and you can show, this is my family, this is my brotherhood, or whoever you're around, it shows a lot about your character, meaning that's where the word trust comes in. But I feel like with my situation, everybody wanted me to leave when they start hearing my name, go all nationally and everywhere. But I feel like there's nowhere I can go that this place right here can't get me.
Right.
It might sound better, Montverde over Duncanville. Everybody, if you're outside looking in, you're gonna pick Montverde over Duncanville any day. But I feel like I can do what I need to do. I feel like I can do what I can do at Duncanville at Montverde. You know what I'm saying? I do what I do. How I put this? I say anything, like you said, well, my whole team, we got put on the national schedule.
Right.
As a public school, you don't see too many public schools doing that, and we held our own. We only lost one game, and the game was recent, like I said. But really, just staying loyal to the right people means like when you can get it done where you at, it shows a lot about your character.
You know, I heard a quote Coach Kelvin Sampson from U of A say. He said, "The grass is greener wherever you water it."
Right.
And I think that's a really testament to you, just what you're saying. Like, you could get it done at Duncanville, and you don't have to go to Montverde to do it. And you're just saying, my grass is green here because I'm watering it here, and that's huge. All right, Ron, man, show me around here.
Let's get it.
All right.
My spot right here. Recharge.
oh,
yeah.
What do you do out there?
Right after the game, before, got a little kitchen back there. But you know, we John Nation people, they gonna show love, so we go there and get strips, fries.
Oh, they
got
feed
burgers,
you.
wings, all that. And when it ain't like a big tournament, but it's something that we walk back there and make our own food.
Oh, damn. Oh, y'all winning.
Oh yeah. So we was eating good before and after the game.
Oh, Jermaine gotta make sure y'all good.
Oh yeah.
And y'all winning, he gonna make sure you good.
Oh yeah.
All right, Ron, so Duncanville, David Peavy, you know, I know David for a long time. He's an interesting, funny character. I know y'all go back and forth. Talk about your relationship with him.
Peavy, well, we go way back. Really, ever since I got to Duncanville, he's seen a lot in me, and like, from what I can say is, me and Peavy, we built that trust and that bond to where we can get on each other and we can still, like, we done been through a whole lot of things. It's been a roller coaster relationship, getting into it, but we done also built that relationship and that bond to where we really trust each other.
Yeah.
He's seen a lot in me ever since I was a freshman, and I feel like he's a big part of the reason I am where I am today. Just going into my freshman year, I really wasn't as confident because, you know, so we got dudes like Micah Peavy, Jabron Hill, Robert Banks, like it's just a whole bunch of dudes that I know like I'm not really gonna get a chance to play and that I'm not used to. But he talked to me through my freshman year saying like, your time gonna come.
Yeah.
And it came way sooner than others thought it was, like my sophomore year, and nobody expected that.
Right.
And that's when things really just took off for me. But like I said, I really love Peavy, and I just feel like he was a huge part of my success today.
So now let's talk about J.O., Jermaine O'Neal.
Yep.
Oh, another interesting, funny dude. I got to coach his son last year. It was a great experience. Got to really know Jermaine. Obviously, you played 3 seasons with Drive Nation. Talk about your relationship with Jermaine and the trust there.
My relationship with Coach Jermaine is like another roller coaster. At first, I knew he was about his business when I first stepped in here. I was on like Drive Nation's C team.
Oh.
And
yo,
it was like, he gonna have to show me. And that's what I did. He put me up against the A team, which was like Cam Barnes. It was everybody on the official team for, I forgot the age group, but he put me against them. It's like, show me what you can do. And I showed him. You know, I did good against the little scrimmage, and we had a little talk after, like, you got a chance. I never talked to him a day in my life. I knew who he was from the NBA, but like I knew he was about his business because he wasn't finna just let nobody walk in here and say, oh, this is my homeboy, can he be on the team? Like, nah, he gonna have to show me, he gonna have to show me how hard he worked. Right. And I knew from there, like, we was gonna have a relationship that we have, and from there, we've had these past 3 years, just him being I feel like he's a huge part of my success as well. Just all the conversations we done had. He's talked me through my high school career, my whole high school career, and I really commend him for that because, you know, nobody really has to do that.
Right.
And I feel like it's more than just a coaches-player relationship. Like it's the bond. It was just really tight. I could talk to him about anything when it come to school or girls, anything. Like, we just had that type of relationship, man. Like I said, I commend him for really doing that.
So, you know, Jermaine, a multiple-time NBA All-Star, is well-known, especially in the early 2000s. He came out of high school.
Yep.
You know, really didn't play much for Portland, and then had his breakout in Indiana. What's some advice, you know, as someone that is projected to go to the NBA, what was some advice that he gave you throughout your high school career?
Some advice that he gave me is really just to stay the course. Like, he told me, like I said, he wanted me to show what work like how hard did I work, but he also made me get in the gym and made me get in the weight room, all that. Like, he's big on just working, like just going, just getting in the gym, really. Just me just getting better, working on my game. And he's big on the pub and stuff, but just like previous, you want to keep getting pub, you gotta get better in the gym. Like, go get in the gym. Like, he'll call me either once a week, like, what you work on this week or anything, or just how the family doing. Like I said, we just built that type of bond.
So you talk about Jermaine, you talk about Drive Nation, Duncanville, and there was a consistency with it. And it was when you had a breakout game in a lot of pub, they said, we still got to get to the gym.
Yeah.
That's big because a lot of players, as you've seen, and I've seen throughout my 10 years, when they get a breakout game and they get a lot of pub, there's people saying how good they are. Talk about how important it was for the people. And I know you're a humble kid, right? But how important it was for the adults to always tell you to get in the gym and work.
I feel like it was very important because no mom, no coach wants to see their player. They see a lot of potential to get really big-headed, because that's when things go downhill from there. And once kids that tend to get big-headed, they start feeling themselves, and now it's like you can't tell them nothing. And they don't want to get to a point where you can't tell a 15, 16-year-old kid nothing because they think they know everything. And I didn't want to be that kid because I knew what it'd take for me to get where I was. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm a kid. Yeah, I love that pub. I love it. It's a great feeling to have. But who wouldn't want to feel who wouldn't want more of that? And it's they gave me the key. They gave me the answer to the test. You want more of that? Get in the gym, and keep getting in the gym. The more you get, and it was just like that. It's simple as that.
So your mom, your dad, obviously super important in your life. Just talk about your relationship with them and how important they've been.
It's been a journey with them, honestly. My mom, she's like another regular mom. She wants to see her baby happy.
Right.
And me just going through everything I've been through for the last few years since middle school, really just she wants to know what's going on, why it's going on, and what's wrong. At the same time, she wants to see me happy, but she also wants the best thing for me. So she's not afraid to tell me no or something. If it ain't the right thing for me, she gonna let me know, and then it's on me to make the decision. Because one thing I can say, she has been big on just allowing me to grow up and make my own decisions. But she gonna let me know if it's the wrong decision or not. And I commend her for doing that. Love my mom to death. Just knowing that I have that person in my circle that gave birth, that's just, she gonna be by my side at all given times. All kids are not blessed to have their mom in their life, and just like I said, I'm just really blessed to have her in my life and have her. She's played basketball, but she doesn't really know the game of basketball, but she can help me with the business side because that's what she's big on. And I'm gonna use it to the full advantage. Once it gets to that time and when everything gets said and done, I'm gonna need somebody to help me with my business or financially, anything, to just be there to tell me what contracts mean and stuff like that, and she's gonna be that person.
Good.
My pops, growing up, just playing basketball with him, he was always happy to see me coming home. I just dropped this, that, I'm happy. And he's just been the biggest fan to me, honestly, and that all kids not blessed to have their dad in their life, but at the same time, I'm really blessed to have both my parents in my life. But from what I can say, my dad was, he wasn't able to really go to as many games as he could because he worked every single day. He worked 3 different jobs, and it was just really tough to him to move around his schedule for me. But from what I had taken care of my business, he's been able to come to a lot more games these past 2 years, and I don't know if y'all can tell on Twitter and all, he's enjoying himself.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah, he's been enjoying himself, and it's fun for me, and it's heartwarming for me to see my dad interacting with my fans. They treating him like he's me, and I'm a younger version of him. Y'all see me in him. But from what I can say about both of them, they've been in my life all my life. They've helped me. They've also told me things that I didn't want to hear, but that's part of life. You're gonna have somebody doing that, and make sure it's the right people doing that.
Right, absolutely. So you talked about the last 2 years, him just enjoying the process, which is big, and I know that's been great for you. The last 2 seasons has been an interesting one.
Yeah,
To say the least, right?
Yeah.
Anthony Black, who's currently at Arkansas,
Yeah.
he transfers to you guys. A lot of excitement, right? And then the rumblings start occurring that he may not be ruled eligible to play. Then the ruling came that he wasn't ruled eligible. What was your initial reaction to that?
Honestly, when it first was said to us, we knew, we expected it. Nobody wants to see Duncan win because we've been winning all these past few years. But once we got the news, we was like, it still hurt us like we didn't know. But, you know what I'm saying, we knew how everything was really going to turn out. We was hoping for the best, but we was expecting the worst.
Right.
And the worst is what happened. But I can say this, when we decided to play him in playoffs, everybody was amped up.
Yeah.
All right, he back. We all just gonna clear our mind. Let's just go win state. Let's go win all these games and block out all the extra noise. And that's what we did.
You know, you two, that was like 1-2, 1-2, whatever.
Yeah.
In the game.
Yeah.
When not knowing when he was going to play because you had the rulings, they had to take it to court. Did that have anything with your mind, or was it just like not knowing when he was going to play?
I feel like with me, from all the advice that I've gotten, I can say a big piece of advice that I know for a fact that I listen to is control what I can control.
Sure.
And I know I can't, that ain't got nothing to do with
Right.
me. So I'm here to play basketball. And I wanted to play with Anthony, but unfortunately events happened and it happened to it changed to where I couldn't play with him. So, but I know one thing, that when I found out he couldn't play, my role stepped up as a leader. He was a senior. He had a big role on the team, even though he was new there. He was gonna have to be that dude that everybody say he was, and he was gonna have to be that dude that led us and all that. But I was gonna have to be the dude too.
Right.
But when the situation happened to where he couldn't play, my role immediately shot up. I was calling the PV office it's your time now.
Yeah.
Literally, it felt like a senior year to me. But just me leading those guys, it was hard. I'm not gonna lie, but he helped me because he was still practicing. He helped me throughout the season, but it was just it was a tough season.
Right. That Whataburger tournament is that moment against Richardson is one that excuse me, will just always be in my brain.
Yep, mine too.
So for people that don't know, Anthony Black had a run that he was cleared to play, and y'all were playing against Richardson. It was a close one. I know y'all ultimately lost, but I think it was fourth quarter, towards the end of fourth quarter, he gets cleared, and so. I don't know if you're familiar with wrestling, so Stone Cold Steve Austin, they used to play his music, he used to come in, just beat everybody up. So when he got cleared, I saw him get up from the bench, put on his shoes. I'm thinking, he about to,
Look, I'm playing the game, and I just see him sprint to the locker room, and everybody screaming, oh, I'm like, oh, what's going on? I see him sub in, I'm happy. I look at his shoes. AB, what are you doing? He has some... If I do remember, it was some off-white pair of Jordan 5. AB, what are you doing, bro? You're not. I can't allow you to play in them. I know we down right now. It's a close game. Nah, what are you doing? Nah, but we start playing and it was the momentum changed. He came in. He made a few plays. But ultimately, it was a good game. Richardson was a really good team. They had 2 really good players, and they had their role players that did their job. We came up short, but I feel like. That was our game that flipped the switch. We can be beat, so we still got an urge. We still got an edge, and we need to push harder to win state.
Right. How rewarding was it winning state? Obviously, the Tascasita game was a tricky one. Down 20 points, and in the second quarter, I think it was 17 or 18 to half. But just with all that went on that season,
that's why. I feel like when people cry after they win really big games, it's not because they won the game. It's all the stuff that led up to it. And everybody know, we went through a lot that year, and it was a really emotional win because not only did we win, but we won with AB, and he was a big part of the reason. The man got MVP of the state.
Right.
They handed him that, and they're the people that told him he couldn't play. That was a really emotional, it was a really emotional ending for the season. That's the end of his, he done with high school. He has no more high school games after that. But me, I looked at him after the game bro, you did it, bro. all like you overcame your like any adversity that he went through that year. Like I feel like he handled it how he was supposed to, because he could have easily just flipped out and went back to Capel after they told him he can't play, and like, nah, but he stuck with his brothers, and he like I said, he stuck with us, and he got the results that he wanted to get.
So Ron, so now let's go to this year, right? David Peavy gets suspended for the year. They want to take your state title away, which we all know who won. I was there, you played, like you can't take that away. Then November 11th, they ruled that the superintendent made a decision to opt y'all out of the playoffs, to take away an opportunity for you to win your 4th state title. Talk about that moment when everything going on.
Really, it was a really emotional moment because from what I can tell you, we were all in the locker room when it happened, like just talking about all the worst case scenarios that can go down and what they can and can't take away from us. And like we're in there watching the girls meeting go down, and they got everything taken away from them that got taken away from them. But everything that we said happened. Like they took away state, opted out of playoffs. Like it was just a whole emotional moment. But when they took away Peavy, like we all had that edge. Like they trying to get us, and they doing everything in their power to make sure Duncanville don't win. And from what I can say, people might not think this, that really helped us. Like, that gave us that edge to where, all right, now it's time to show the world, like, they can't do anything to invade our culture. Even though if y'all take away our leader, we gonna have, like, Peavy has had that big picture on us, like, he know if he's there or not, we gonna do what Duncanville does, because it's not Peavy's like program.
Right.
It's bigger than Peavy. The program is like it's on our shirt. It's on our chest. Culture. Before Peavy, it's just how Duncanville rolls. And from what I can say, this national schedule we just played, I feel like we held ours. We won every game except last weekend. We lost to a really, really good Oregon team. But like I said, that just gave us that edge to where we need to show the world what it really is.
And y'all did. You know, what's so crazy, so there was a 9-game stretch y'all had in the beginning of the season. And a lot of people didn't think you were gonna go 9-0.
Right.
I was one of them, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, man, like Peavy out, no offense, but just all this going on.
I was one of them too. I'm keeping it being like, that was a really tough schedule. We playing back to back, really good games with really good players, with really good coaches. Some at their place.
Right.
Like it gets tiring, it really do. But like I said, that's the culture we got.
Right.
The winning habits that Peavy just to help us build the whole coaching staff. But really it's the players. Like we with each other, we in the gym with each other every day grinding. So we listen to each other, we handle adversity together, we go through everything together. We win together, we lose together.
That's Tantonio Brennan, McEachern. Noon gave y'all a tough one.
Crazy.
Oak Ridge, Roselle Catholic,
Boozer Brothers,
Columbus, Corona Centennial was trying to get their lick back. I mean, and not only did you all win 9-0, I think 15-0.
Yeah.
So you lost to Westland.
Yeah.
Man, #1 on ESPN. You talk about leadership and how last season was the year where it was like you had to step up as a leader. This year with everything going on, and I know more people are now looking at you, what has been the process of leading this team this year?
I can say it's been a challenge because we're dealing with an older team. And we got like 7 seniors, and we all really play. So it's really like, but what I can say is that it's been kind of easy because everybody in there knows how Duncanville works except KJ.
Right.
But we got him on the page quick, like they don't go for none of that cutting line short, like little things like touching the line. Mm-hmm. They emphasize that because you come up short in the game, that could be that game.
Real.
Like, and that's just how like I said, that's just the culture of Duncanville. But really, like I said, this older team, we really know how Duncanville rolls, so it's not really hard leading them. But the biggest problem that we probably have is handling adversity in the game. Really just bouncing back, really, because we get so much, like, we're known for beating people so bad we'll have our stretch where they're going to run and we'll still be up. They'll go on a 10-0 run, we'll still be up 50.
Right.
But we can't do that to really good teams, and it shows the games that we lose. They make us pay for our little mistakes, and I know that for a fact that I'm not gonna say I'm the only leader on the team because I feel like we all lead each other. We are really good followers, and everybody can tell somebody on that team something, and we gonna listen because we in the gym grinding with each other every day.
Right.
We get yelled at together, we run together, we also have fun together, we go out to eat together, but that's just the brotherhood that we got.
So Neiman takes the head coaching role, right? Like I said, he's been around since you've been at Duncanville. Talk about that transition. It seemed like it was seamless.
Look, I'm not gonna speak. I'm gonna speak for the team when I say this. We heard that and we was questioning, what we doing? What we doing? Because he our strength and conditioning coach.
Right.
We thinking we finna run every practice, but it was a blessing. Really, for him, it's time for him to step up and show that he can be a head coach, because I'm sure any assistant coach dream one day is to be a head coach, and things happen in life, and something happened to us. Now he got his chance, really, and I know he took it as he got himself a chance, and I feel like he took full advantage of it. He's been doing a good job with us. He got really good relationships with players on the team, and really nothing changed at practice. It was still competitive. It was actually way more competitive than what it was. Only thing I can say is PV presence was missed, and that was literally the only thing wrong with practice. But you can tell when PV's in, when he's in the room and when he's not in the room. That's
right.
That was the only problem. But other than that, I can say we was having really good practices, and the days we wasn't having good practices, we know how far it is.
Right.
We're gonna keep it at that.
Let's go on your progression as a player, right? Rebound hustle guy, right? Even though you're still a terrific rebounder and you win every 50-50 ball, but the shooting got there, the handle. You talked about you being in the gym a whole lot. And if anyone didn't think that, I think seeing you I remember you in 8th grade and seeing you now, you have made serious strides on the skill set. Talk about how hard that is, and what was the focus? Okay, I'm really gonna focus on shooting at this time. Just go through your development process.
I can say from when I got my first offer my freshman year, it made me really think, all right, it was from Texas A&M, so I'm thinking I'm gonna be a high-level recruit. I gotta look at what I'm getting myself into. At the next level, everybody can jump, everybody tall, everybody can dribble, shoot, run the flow, motor. People emphasize my motor a lot. Everybody can play for a long time. I'm thinking I need to do something to separate myself from these people. And if the people that analyze me talk about all the things that I do well now, I'm looking at what they don't say I do well, like the lack of skill or the lack of ball handling, shooting, consistency in the shot, all that. And I'm in the gym working on it with Coach Aaron, Coach Hill, PV Ford, CT, Moore, anybody that's in my circle, even Coach Jermaine, anybody that's in my circle that I have, that I know that want to see me succeed, I don't ask, hey, what I do good this game? Nah, I want to know what I need to get better at, because at the end of the day, if you got somebody that's just telling you what you're doing good at all the time, you're not going to know what you need to get better at, and you're going to get exposed sooner or later. And getting exposed, it sucks. It didn't happen to me before. It sucks. It really does. But from what I can say is my whole skill development, how I'm working on it. I'm in the gym 6 a.m. most mornings. If I can't get in it before practice, I'm gonna get in after practice. But I'm gonna find ways to get in the gym every day. And the days that I take off, I'm still doing something productive. I'm getting recovery to help my body, or I'm just doing something around basketball that's just gonna help me grow not only as a basketball player, but as a man.